Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy. Oh, Spider-Man, excuse me. Nope. But P-Funk, think right out here in my lab with my little new fancy duds on, doing a do for you. I got something nice for you. I might take a hit for this one, but I gotta do what I gotta do. You know the deal. Let's go. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling. Story with a message. The message in the story for life. I give you life lessons. I appreciate you tuning in. I hope they're working out for you. We got a good thing going. Let's rock. I got something for you today. Right Thinker's mission, yeah, you know I'm on it, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. This lesson gonna do just that. Trust me. Right Thinker's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline. I'm busting up at the scene daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. That's my mission. That all right thinkers do just that. And I'm on it because I got information that'll do just that. Help you to know thyself. Let's go. I asked the question, do you know you? If not, it's rhetorical. But if you need some help, check me out. I got you. Help me out. That's what I do for you. A person who knows not and knows not that they even know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not, I love you. They're simple. You teach them. That's why I do what I do. It's all for you. I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got you. A person who knows not and believes and think they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows but knows not that they know is asleep spiritually. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know that self. Into my yacht. Be true. I'm gonna step out of my yacht for 1 minute because I got a little lesson here that it came to me. So when I get the revelations, God said, tell them about sex in heaven and hell. So, right thinkers, let's talk about there is no sex in heaven. I meant to do what? Okay, whatever you want to call it, another world, but no sex. Well, what you mean? I'm going to enjoy this. Yeah, because young people, sex is all you do. And I been there, done that too. So trust me, I ain't trying to stop. I'm just trying to educate you. I ain't telling you what to do. Just trying to enlighten you. That's what I do for you. Let's go. Right, think. Let's talk about there is no sex in heaven. Yeah, I said it. No sex in the afterlife, aka heaven. Some know it as Amenta. Some know I taught you about Urantia, where nothing generates, nothing grows. Spirit goes there to just chill. If you make it to that level, that's where you want to go. Okay, that's the level of spirituality that Nihas and knowing thyself will get you to. Now, remember, we're spiritual beings having a human experience. Why? For the sole purpose that the spirit gets to know itself in the flesh. So that means consciously, you have a conscious that can get you to the next level. That little thing that pineal gland, that's the key. That's the ticket to what? Higher consciousness. The Egyptians knew that 1,000 years ago. Now everybody jump around about the pineal gland. I can open the pineal gland up for you in 30 minutes. All that nonsense. Again, fast concepts, but I'm starting to hear stuff I like. Well, I'm hearing young people say the answer is what? Know thyself. Here we come. There you go. Come on, right thinkers. Come on. There you go. Now we can make something happen. I'm feeling good about it. I got goosebumps. That's oh man. Okay, but let's go. In the body, which is the flesh form, we are either male or female. Why? For the purpose of reproduction in the flesh. The spirit don't reproduce. The spirit is just in the flesh, in the body. And when the body stops, it either gonna go home or to another body. It's just along for the ride. It don't need sex. It don't want sex. That ain't gonna do the spirit. That's all physical, your senses and your conscious. When I was young, No, I ain't going. I ain't got to tell them when I'm your service right now. Let's talk about the sex deal. Okay. The body stays, they say, body to earth, spirit to heaven. But the spirit won't go to heaven if it ain't enlightened. Don't forget that little caveat. Everybody don't go to heaven. All dogs don't go to heaven. No, no, no. But all right thinkers go to heaven. Why? Because we learn who we are. So we know that ticket has been punched. Why? Spirit going that way, not that way. That's the key. And that's my point and my goal for all right thinkers to put yourself in position while you're here. So that when it ends of tomorrow, I ain't gonna worry about why. I'm good. If you're comfortable knowing who and where you are in life, that's the best way to live. If all you want to do go through life having sexual plays and getting, come on, man, that ain't gonna get you nothing. And I got a lesson about that sexual thing too, sexual retention. I got a lesson for you coming up for that. Okay, but for young people, understand this: the body stays to earth. Your spirit wants to go home, conceptually. If it don't know who it is, your body is the spirit bird, but it needs to put your head on it. With your conscience and your heart come together as one, I can tell you, heart mind coherence, that's the ticket to go home. If not, going that way, moving on. I got my concept. God loaned us his spirit to go come through life and enjoy yourself and do what you got to do, but he want it back. Hmm. If you take it to the other guy, if you sell your soul, and sell your soul concept is that you're going to stay earthbound. Set your ego. He's a four-legged animal for a reason. Your spirit is a bird for a reason. So that's not the lesson. But let's talk about how sex in the next life don't happen. Why? Because the spirit, if you wake up and enlighten your spirit, once the body ceases to exist, it's going where it needs to go. And it don't need sex. The body needs sex to reproduce. And at a certain age, we start reproducing. Another thing. I'm 66 years old coming up. I ain't trying to raise no kids. I ain't trying to be I ain't trying to be no dad at no 67 years old. No, my man. So understand certain things. Life is a process. I got grandkids. I want great grandkids. Why? Because I ain't making no more. So understand that. And having a baby at 80, 70, 80 years old, they tell you in the Bible, Moses, Abraham had Sarah, 90 years old. Could you imagine a 90-year-old woman really having a baby? Come on, really? So just the concept. So sex is a thing for young people in the body, the flesh. That's all it is. Reproduction purpose. And I got it's coming up. I'm gonna get to the lesson. Slow down. Calm down. Sex is for reproduction. But we got so hooked on it, we use it for what? Sexual pleasures. To satisfy self. I'm no different. I like two women at the same time. Okay, are you heard? But that's the ego. Come on, man. So we do what we perceive in our mind, and that's how it's done. But if all you got in your mind is sex, then you live on the lower level. You ain't gonna go too far. Why? Because that ain't gonna get you nowhere. That's why. So let's understand. We as human beings, we have what? Sexual desires. That's part of being human. But we done took sex to a whole nother stratosphere. And it's not good. Understand that. All change ain't good. Good change, yeah. Bad change, not good. Understand that. But if because what nature says opposites attract. I see a nice body, like I'm attracted to it. That's normal. But you don't have to base your life on chasing attractive women because you want to have sex with them. They got people who sell that. If that's what you want, go get one of them and do what you gotta do. But all that being perverted, raping, and taking kids, unacceptable. I think the punishment for anybody who deal with kids, cut it off, castrate them. Simple as that. What happened? Man, listen. No, I'm getting too far gone, getting too personal. Get back over here. Let's talk about the deal with sex. Okay. Men want to have sex with women. That's the normal. That's where I come from. And women want to have sex with men. We done got to the point now where there's no discretion. In newsflash, Haru and Seth, his uncle, invited him over to his house one night. He was a kid. Tried to do him. So that homosexual, that whole, it having, this ain't new. Why we just losing control of it? We letting it run our life. I live from the waist up. I'm trying to tell people, you got to, at one time I lived from the waist down. I know that. But we got to get better. Why? Where we going right now is not the right way. If you follow society, you're going the wrong way. So I'm just giving you a heads up. Let's talk about this thing a little more. Watch this. Now, we use sex to what? Reproduce as human beings. Yes, be fruitful and multiply. Yeah. But now we use sex mostly just for what? Pleasure. That's all. Just pleasure. You can, it's Instagram, man. Go on Instagram. I ain't going there. There's too much stuff going on right now. I got to stay focused. Okay. Now, I say the fall of man was when his egoistic desires to have sex became overwhelming. Well, that's all he wanted to do. What's going on now? And if you look at your Greek god Zeus, Zeus was a black man. He couldn't control his lower nature at all. He had no control of his lower nature. So you figure a god would have been, no, he ain't no, he was a bad example. So them Greeks, y'all set really bad examples. My Egyptian gods, we don't do that. So moving on. Self pleasures was what Ra did to create Shu and Tough Note. I tell you the creation story. He masturbated. He wanted to have some pleasure. His right hand became his best ally. Hathor has Haru. But the concept is, if you by yourself and you want to be pleasured, knock yourself out. Young boys, we all did it. Girls, I don't know what y'all do. I can't speak for y'all. The young boys, when we found that thing can fire off, man, we lost our mind. So, but you got to rise above it. Come on, fellas. Really. Trust me on this one. It's more to life than having enough orgasm. Just, yeah. That's okay. But that ain't the end all be all. I get that same thrill talking about God, sharing God blessings. So it ain't about the sexual pleasures no more with me. If you can get to that level, that's when you're doing good. So that's spiritual enlightenment, rising above the physical desires and needs that we thought was so important. When you told me this shit 40 years ago, I said, man, you crazy. I'm getting mine. So it ain't all about sex. Sex is for the human body. The spirit is sexless. It only becomes male or female once it gets in the body. So I'm trying to give you the concept. Understand, if you want to go to heaven, you think you're going to go there and you got 72 virgins, you crazy as all. I don't know who gave that idea, but they said the Muslims don't do that stuff. But whoever told you you got 72 virgins waiting for you, they selling you a bill of goods. As a man in the flesh, as a male in the flesh, yeah, I'm a man, but what? I'm spiritual, okay? I'm spirit. And my sexual orgasms, excuse me, my sexual organs are not needed in the spiritual realm. So right now, I'm in the flesh. I enjoy sex like anybody else, but I just don't do what everybody else do. Simple as that. It's personal, and I tell people what your sexual pleasure is. It should be personal between you and the person you're doing it with. So telling everybody what you're doing, what you like, your fetish, man, I ain't got time for that. I don't know you're pervert. I can see what you're doing without in the bedroom know you're pervert. So keep that to yourself. Moving on. In the flesh, sexual desires are controlling most of us. That's the ego. The ego, what? It loves sex. It don't care male or female. Again, y'all dealing with this gender thing because the people who are in control just want to do that. So they don't care where they put it. Ancient, you got men. Sexual sublimation. Yeah, he got a big penis, but he controls it. Why? He know it's sexual generation there. He know when he put it somewhere, he got possibly a generating life. Young fellas, you run up in that young lady, cause y'all want to just have fun. Fine. But if you ain't got no protection, what come out of you going to her can create life. Y'all need to understand that it ain't no game. It's life. Simple. But sex is sex. That's all it is. Now, in the flesh, that's what most people do. In the flesh, the thing, that orgasm, ooh, that feeling. Ain't nobody who don't like an orgasm, but you don't live for them. Some people do. Some people make life. If that's your thing, women, if you want to do, I don't knock that. I ain't got no problem. You won't get no money from me, but do you? I ain't got no problem with that. There's a bunch of people. That's a business. Understand that. But that feeling should not control or run you. If it does, you have issues. It's gonna cause you more issues. Why? Every woman, every man that you engage with sexually, it's some stuff that come with that baggage, consequences. Come on, man. So when I was young, all I wanted to do, you couldn't 3 times a day, 4 times, didn't make a difference to me. I'm having sex. I'm going to stick this thing somewhere. I got plenty of opportunities, so I didn't have a problem with that. No rape accusation. Why? It was all understandable, all consensual. So at that time, what I was doing, that's the way of life for me. So not a good one. Understand that. So I was led by this back in the days. When I was young, all I wanted to do was have sex with women, only women, but just different women. I was sworn to fun, lower to none. One thing I did not do is lie and say, baby, you the only one. No, I wasn't that dude. Okay, so understand that. I was led by my little fella, aka lower nature. Now I'm led by spiritual discipline way of life, which serves me a lot better than their lifestyle. So understand that. That's why I try to tell young people, don't throw your life away with that. I told my kids, no, I ain't need a hustle. Why? That's wasting time. I did that. You don't need that. So understand that. As a parent, we want to make sure we shield and block, guard our kids from some stuff that we know not gonna be good for them. If you know drug selling is not good, you allow your kid to be a drug dealer. Moving on. Spirits, understand this. Don't reproduce with spirits. They just share in hotel, aka peace and bliss. The people we meet in this physical life, when we can share blessings, we can engage with them in spiritual. I call that my kumbaya moment. We can just share in the love and goodness of God. That's a spirituality. That's not church, which I do it in church, which is fine, but I do it whenever I get a chance. I can take that wherever I go. It's portable. Spirits don't have or need sex with spirits. Why? Because we're sexless. We don't need that there. No reproduction. You don't need to walk around with a big penis in heaven. Anybody walking around naked, shaking, none of that. Okay? Understand that. So from the spiritual aspect, sex is not part of the program. Sex is for reproduction and mostly young people. Older people, but young people don't want to reproduce. Why? It was that way. Excuse me. Young people reproduce, and the only way was to have sex. If you want to create life, you have to interact. And two men ain't gonna create life. Two women ain't gonna create life. So don't tell me about that. It's a choice. Yeah, a choice to do nothing that don't give you nothing. So again, that choice is just a bad one. But the consequences that come with that, you got to suffer that. So don't worry about what people do or don't do. They got to live with that. You worry about you, because you got to live with you. Now, in the flesh, let's go. Sex is physical, but we think it's spiritual. Why? Because when it's good, oh yeah, see, and we've done some stuff for that thing. I'm a victim, yeah. Drove miles, did man, listen, some people even kill for that thing. Rob, steal for that thing. Don't let that thing control you. Moving on. When I got older, sex for older people, when you get older, sex is a way to share intimacy with somebody. Young people, we just want to just man out here. But you get no one particular about who you want to lay down with and share yourself with somebody. Sorry about that. I'm getting a little. Get back. All right, let me wrap this up. I'm taking it home. Where we at? Where we at? Okay, now love making. What's the difference in love making and sex? Love making when two people embrace and you go through all the foreplay, all that. Yeah, sex is just I see you, see me, I want you, you want me, and we just do it. So that's sex. That's what that is. And guess what? If you ejaculate inside her, that's gonna create life. So please understand that. Moving on. I'm trying to give lessons about that. I am my deal. My deal let you know that in the next life, don't think sex is gonna be part of the game. It's not. And guess what? Wrapping it up. Oh yeah. Guess what? For all you unrighteous, ain't no sex in hell either. All right, let me wrap this up. Yeah, for all you unrighteous spirits that don't get to go to heaven, going to hell, living in hellish for eternity, you won't have no sex either. So don't think you're gonna be down there. No, you get nothing. Oh, no more stories. Let me write this up. So there is no sex in hell? Why not? Because it's a spiritual thing also. Hell and heaven, two different things, but the same place. It's all spiritual. That's why. Remember, you get what you deserve in life. So what you do here, decide what's going to happen there. And if you don't do it right here, you won't get there. Why? Because you're going to be dismissed, and somebody, that spirit going to go somewhere else won't get a chance to take it home. Understand that? That's a concept, right? Thinkers, that's what we think. That's how you got to look at it. Why? That's going to make you do what you need to do because you ain't trying to come back. The afterlife, here you go, is what? The spiritual realm. Your spirit can live in either a hellish situation or heaven, a mental, another world, that's it. But the lower level, oh, they got something for you there, dog. Trust me. And let me wrap it up and understand this. All spirits don't go to heaven. Some go to hell. Your choice. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. I'm out. Remember, ain't no spirit in heaven. I mean, ain't no sex in heaven.